Jasmine, and what is your question for Ask Ye?
Okay. Well, so basically, I have a sister. This is my only sister. And recently we became kind of estranged just because of the fact that I have children. I have three kids. My sister just recently had a baby, but at the time she didn't.
Hmm.
But I had an issue with the fact that she's really not like a aunt to my children. Like she's not involved. She doesn't see them, anything like that.
Okay.
So she's getting married. She's getting married at the end of November. The wedding is in Cancun, Mexico.
Ooh.
Mm.
Um, at the time, we weren't talking when she initially started planning the wedding, which was last year. I was the last person to know anything about the details of the wedding, all of that. I will have, the most expensive costs associated with it because it's for me and my three kids. Basically, I feel like that I'm really not wanted, as far as like being there. I feel like she only invited me because it's the right thing to do, but not because she actually wants me there. Like, I'm not in the wedding, not anything, not even a bridesmaid. And I'm stressing myself out because it's like, I'm going through all of these things to try to hustle and, like pay my way, but it's like she really doesn't want me there. I really feel it, but I know she just doesn't have the heart to say that, like, I don't want you there, even though, she told me so late, like this planning and everyone else knew about it, started getting their things together last year, and I only recently found out like in March. So a very short window of time to try to get all of these things lined up for me and my kids.
Well, MJ, do
And
you want to go?
I absolutely want to go for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. I think that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Right? If you didn't want to go, I would say don't go. But if you want to go, then
Mhm.
you should. And sometimes like people's weddings, it is a really stressful time for a person.
Super.
And she did invite you, and that is your sister.
And you don't want to regret it later.
And you don't want to,
makeup
because
and
there's
then,
no way you
mhm.
can go back in time and
For sure.
take that back that you didn't go. It sounds like y'all have a lot of issues that you need to work out, but it feels like things may be getting a little better.
Mm, I wouldn't say that. Just because of our current communication, like even now, like it it's very very rude. Like when we talk, there's no niceness at all. It's just very stoic, very mean. You know how you're communicating with someone,
It's
and it's
short.
like you can tell they don't
Yeah.
want to talk with you. Like
Right.
it's like that. Like damn, like why you gotta talk to me like that?
Has
And I
either
and I
one of you
verbalize that.
ever tried to like approach the other about what the real issue is?
Yes, I have been the one to, initiate that. And she just kind of pretends like, there's like, no, I'm fine, I'm good. Like, oh, you're tripping. Like, uh, and I know, like, I'm not tripping, dude. Like, there's no way you can, ignore these things that are happening and just pretend like it's okay. I don't like to sweep things under the rug. I like to, address them. And she's not like that.
And you
And
and you said you had an issue with you felt like she wasn't a good aunt. That's what your
that's
main.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's what started our falling out because I'm like that. Like my kids, at first it's like, oh, they're too young. I there's a lot of separation between my oldest child and my two youngest.
Mhm.
She, loves my oldest child, but my two youngest, who are 8 and 6, she just does not fool with them at all, and it turned into an argument. Like, for example, she had a friendsgiving celebration at her house, and she's like, well, the kids, they can't come downstairs. Like they have to stay upstairs the whole time. Like my oldest was able to come down, and she was 12, but the 6 and 8-year-old cannot. And I'm like, why? Why can't they? I just don't want them in the way. I just don't want them in the way. So I'm
And
like, well, that's
and
not
you
right.
said
That's
she
not.
just had a kid, and sometimes people who don't have kids, it's a different type of sensibility than you would have as somebody with three children.
Okay.
And I bet
you're
there's,
right.
I bet
You're-
there are things she's gonna start to
Yeah.
understand now that she has a child.
It'll be different for her now that she's
Yeah.
becoming a mom, that she is a mom, than it was. Because sometimes, people don't know how to handle children when they don't have any sometimes.
Yeah.
You're right.
And she might be
You're
going
right.
through some other things too. You don't know if she's going through something. She just had a kid, you said, and she's trying to plan a wedding. What Angela was talking about how stressful that is. She might be going through some other
And
things.
a destination wedding at that.
That's
a whole nother layer.
And you should probably be happy you didn't get invited to be in the wedding.
Listen, I'll be like, thank you, Jesus. I ain't got to be in the wedding.
Yeah,
I ain't got to do
extra
all this
money.
extra stuff.
Yeah.
Right. You're right. You're right. I'm trying to, I keep, turning on this positive way of thinking with every approach, but it's like, in those moments when we're talking, it's like, damn, you really don't want to talk to me. Like,
Mhm.
I think it's one of those things like you would kind of have to hear like how it is, and
Right, because we
it
can't.
just really
Yeah. And we're not
hurts.
in it either.
Yeah.
But you might have to give her
Yeah.
some space though and some time and not try to pressure her. Just try to do your part by going to this wedding and, be there for her when she needs you. And then just kind of focus on your own thing.
And you can even tell her that. You can be like, look, you're my sister. I love you. I want to be here for you at this time. Sometimes I feel like when we talk, you don't, the response that I get makes me feel like you don't even want to talk to me. But, I really do want to improve our relationship.
Okay. I will try that. I will definitely try that and just try to ignore, the negative things.
I don't think you have to ignore it, but you can address it while it's happening. And you also don't have to accuse her. You can just say how you feel. And that's important. Like, this is how it makes me feel. Not you're doing this, you're doing that. I just feel this way, but maybe I'm misinterpreting.
Right.
Okay. How would you guys like approach someone stating, or literally my sister stating that, with her new baby, because I haven't, like, no one has been able to see the new baby. She didn't let anyone come to the hospital. Like, it's just really kind of alienated with her and her, fiance now. And she had expressed to me that, she doesn't necessarily feel comfortable with, like, my new niece being around my children. Like,
Well, that's her
I didn't
baby.
know how
So,
to take that.
and she's a first-time mom. So she might be overly concerned.
Yeah, overly protective.
And that's her child until the child, this is her first time being a mom.
Okay. So give her some grace. I need to
Yeah, give her some grace. She's learning right now.
She's new to this.
Okay. I'm gonna do that, y'all, for real. This has been racking my brain. Like,
Yeah.
I'm literally stressing out. Like,
Oh.
do I even really want to, like, take on the financial burden, even be in there with someone who doesn't even want me in their space? Like,
Yeah, you also might be taking things too personally, and it might not really even be about you. You just don't know.
okay.
And when
Okay, I dig
if you
that.
do go, have a good time with the rest of the family.
Okay, for sure. I will. I'm
Okay.
gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna do it. I appreciate y'all
Thank you,
so
MJ.
much.
Good luck.
Thank you guys.
Way up.